begin.
Yes, it's Eric Preven, the county resident from District 3, and I must say, Mr. Sambrook is a UCLA man, so I will not go too hard on him, but the idea that that man is getting a presentation here in this hall, given the realities of that story, you identified the media reports. I think those were not media reports, that was Judge Lavin, who specified that this man, I believe I read, testified falsely. I mean, I don't think that was gray area, but I find that
We're not on
astonishing.
that item. You're not signed up to that item. So
No, that was a presentation. I'm on the items, yeah. There's no provision to comment on presentations per se. There should be, but
Yeah, there
there's
is
not.
at the end, the public comment, absolutely.
Well, that's true, but it's so far off. I wanted to make sure that it got out in a manner that landed. So the sheriff's got an S1 report, so I won't go into S1, but I will talk about a couple of the items, 38 and 39 in particular, have to do with farming out sheriff security work to the tune of many millions of dollars to groups like Securitas and North American Services, Security Services. This is an area that requires very, very careful scrutiny because this is an opportunity to sort of lower the cost, one would think. But does it really lower the cost as opposed to having our regular deputies do the work is a substantial question that needs to continually be raised because we loaf into these deals and then in the end they don't actually wind up benefiting us in the long run is what I've discovered. The item 40 has to do with a category, I know it's been delayed, inmate telephone services. This is an area where I have a bold idea, okay? Rather than making it cost so much and seeing this as a way to get revenue by charging telephone costs to inmates, why don't we simply get Wi-Fi and tell constituent family members to use Viber or one of the other services that make it absolutely free to connect with your family. Because as Mark Ridley Thomas will confirm when he's done meeting, that in fact recidivism is helped by contact. I mean, not helped, the opposite. We fight recidivism by connecting people to the community and to the family. So that would be a very good idea, and I'm glad that Supervisor Yaroslavsky put a pin in that item. Item 34 is, of course, animal control, which has a couple items. At 44, they are rolling out a sort of an upgrade for a number of animal control characters. We're adding a manager, we're adding 7 animal control officers, part 2. As you know, this is part of the 5th district rollout of animal control that Mayor Antonovich has been presiding over while the rest of the board votes yes. But the one that I'm looking at here has to do with the very nice gift from Muriel, but it doesn't mention Muriel in the board letter, right in the agenda item. It should. This is a group that's giving us probably $400,000 or $500,000 in. Muriel is a fancy word for frontline for those of us who have animals, and every year they do this, but there's no RFP, so we should just make it utterly clear because, there may be other folks who provide those kinds of things who want to give us such a great opportunity to be in animal control all over Southern California. We have 6, if I'm not mistaken, under county team. Thank you.
Next.